You know what? You know what I want to do? Versus just doing the usual and mag dumping into big piles of garbage. I kind of want to do that, but also make like, oh, what do they call it? A montage. I'm going to make a montage for the shotgun. I've already shot it. I'm filming this at the end of the video, but I'm probably going to put it in at the start of the video. Let's make a montage. Tell you what, filming that was fun, but my goodness, did it require a lot of ammunition. I underestimated how many outtakes I would have. Okay, well, that was fun. Hello there, people of the internet. It's a beautiful day out here today. I'm out here I decided to have a range day. It is my only day off this week, and by God, I'm gonna blow something up today. I'm out here with a very, very special shotgun. Something that I was not thinking I would ever get my hands on to use. Granted, I am just borrowing this, but I still have my hands on it to use it for sake of this video. Alright, as far as AK-47 shotguns go, this right here is probably the most well-known and the most popular. This right here is a Saiga 12. If you have no idea what a Saiga 12 is, then you've been living under a rock. This is basically an AK-47 that was rigged up to shoot 12-gauge shotgun shells. Mechanically speaking, very, very similar, but we'll go ahead and get into mechanics later on. This does have an adjustable gas system on it. I have no idea myself as to where the adjustments need to be for what specific kinds of ammo, but I have several kinds of ammunition out here that we're going to go ahead and blast through this thing, along with some ammunition that the one letting me borrow this, you know, he actually gave with the shotgun here for me to use for the sake of this video, and that is, just looks like some low brass shotgun shells. It says Nitro 27 1 ounce HD CP1 on it, Remington. 2 3/4 70 millimeter. Okay, I don't know how many rounds this mag holds. I'm assuming 10, but it might be 8. I've also noticed that loading these magazines can be a little on the particularly picky side, so don't expect any speed loading from old Shawnee boy here. Now, all the other Saiga 12s that I've seen out there from the various YouTubers that have stuck out the videos on the Saiga 12s, they all have like a fixed stock. Very seldomly do I see any with a folding stock, but this Saiga 12 does in fact have a folding stock. Anyone who's ever used a folding stock as opposed to a fixed stock knows just how uncomfortable these things are. You don't really have any way to get a real cheek rest for sight alignment, not that you really need that for a 12-gauge shotgun, especially at the distances that we're going to be shooting at. But this basically molded plastic here is going to be really fun to shoot a slug through, and we will be shooting a slug through this Saiga 12. I'm going to adjust the gas system just because this is not my shotgun. I'm going to adjust the gas system to the point to where it probably won't cycle that slug, just because I don't want the round absolutely beating itself to death. But we're going to have some fun with some slugs later on. I have never shot a Saiga 12 before, and I have no idea if this low brass is going to cycle this thing, but this is the first thing that we're going to run through it because this is the ammunition that came with the shotgun. Now, as far as Saiga 12s go, this right here is pretty much... Oh wait, hold on. I have these electronic earmuffs now. Oh god. It's so strange listening through electronic earmuffs. Everything just sounds obviously electronic, but Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent with that thing. This right here, if you're familiar with the AK platform, you'd be able to run this just fine. Just rock in, nose first magazine, just like an AK. The sights on this thing are just fixed rear sights. We got a front bead. I'm sure that you could customize the sights to whatever it is that you want. Disassembly is very, 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 very similar to an AK-47, but we'll get into that later. Our stock right here, this right here has not been chambered, although there are rounds inside the magazine. Our stock right here is, well, to fold it, folding it is a little bit on the tricky side. It really takes some effort and finesse to push this thing down to the point to where it folds. I'm not going to fold it all the way just because I don't want to have to push it down again. So you push it down and then you fold it, and that is just the way this this stock on this particular Saiga 12 functions. I'm unfamiliar with other folding stocks on Saiga 12s. Some of them are push button, I'm sure, and some of them might just be, you know, a latch or a lever. I imagine that with the popularity of the Saiga 12 shotgun, there's a good variety of different things or different stocks out there that you could fold and et cetera, et cetera. Now, without further ado, right here's our safety, literally just like the AK-47. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the trigger on this a couple of times. We're gonna see if it cycles with the low brass. If it doesn't, I have my universal sight adjustment tool right here. It's a screw, but it'll work. Okay, first time firing the Saiga 12. My goodness, this is a very smooth action shotgun. I have no idea what kind of shells these are, but that won't stop me from pulling trigger on this. Let's fire it. Oh, Nelly. Well, it fired, and did it cycle? Do I see any shells out there? Yes. That is the shell I'm looking for, right? Okay, yes. Alright, so it did cycle. A lot of these AK shotguns are notorious for not being very reliable, but the Saiga 12 is one of those shotguns that actually pulls off the reliability pretty well. I imagine the adjustable gas system has a lot to do with that. There's a butterfly flying around out there, and I really don't want to hit it. We're going to wait for that butterfly to go away. Yeah, I know, I'm a softie, whatever. Alright. The butterfly found a flower over there to settle on. Fantastic! Now I can launch lead downrange. I have a paper target out there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the paper target with this stuff, just so I can see what the hell we're shooting here. I want to see how fine the shot is. It doesn't actually say the shot on there, not to my knowledge. If it is, then it's a shot that I've never heard of. Let me wander out there and see what that looks like. Alright, it basically just looks like birdshot to me. I mean, we're gonna just say it's birdshot here. So this stuff is, that one also cycled, right? We got that there. I don't know where the other shell went, but I imagine whenever I pull this trigger, if it doesn't go off, we'll see that. Oh, did not go off. Alright, I figured out why it did not go off. The safety was on. Okay, let's try this again. Ooh, mama. Oh, Nelly. Oh, jeez, and macrimony. Man, semi-automatic shotguns are kind of fun. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, we are out of shotgun shells. How many rounds was that? I don't know. The world may never know. Okay, so the gas system on this Saiga in particular is different than the gas systems that are on regular Saigas, which only have 2 positions. This one has 7, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 different settings on this one right here, but the emphasis is still the same. Lower number is basically a gas cutoff. The higher number is what you would use to cycle like birdshot and things like that. So I got this basically set up for gas cutoff because we're firing 3-inch slugs out of this thing. So I do not want to damage the receiver on this thing with excessive cycling of the bolt, so I just have the gas completely cut off. This way we have no problems whatsoever. Obviously, because I have the gas cut off, we're not going to have the round actually cycle from the gun, so that's not going to be a malfunction of the gun itself. I'm just acknowledging that right now, that the gun's not going to cycle because I have the gas cut off. That's just the way that it's designed, and since it's not my Saiga, I don't want to pull any chances or risks or anything. So I have with me here a bowling pin, and we're going to hit it with a 1-ounce slug. Tell me down in the comments below if you think a 1-ounce slug is going to go through this thing. I already know the answer to that, but I'm not the one watching this video. Well, I guess I will be the one watching this video whenever I edit it. But 1-ounce slug from a 3-inch Magnum shell out of this bad boy right here. All right, let's go ahead and send this round. This Magnum shell on this stock. Oh, that's gonna be fun. No, it's not. No, it's not. I might actually break my arm on that. All right. Well, here we go. I sure hope that the recoil on this is not nearly as bad as I'm expecting it to be. Let's send it. Oh, mama. The recoil on that was, in fact, as bad as I was expecting. Whew, I need a minute. Okay, here's our bowling pin, and here's where our slug went in, and it doesn't even look like the thing got hit by a 12-gauge shotgun slug. Bowling pins are ridiculously durable. I tell you what, guys, I understand why some other YouTubers... Ah, that's hot. Oh, God, that burned. Butterflies back. I understand why some other YouTubers decide to shoot these things. Because, my God, this thing will last forever. We got a little bit of a bulge on the side just from where it pushed material out of the way, but my goodness, look at that. I hit one of these with a 44 Magnum doing a video on that. I imagine I'll stick that up at one point or another, and I was surprised at the results, just how durable these things are. As a matter of fact, I have one right here that I've been destroying for quite a while, and it's still resembling a bowling pin. These make fantastic targets, well worth the $2 I spent on these bowling pins. All right, real quick, just for fun, I have some 2 3/4 inch double-aught buckshot in this thing. I know for a fact this thing's gonna run this just fine. I have the gas system. I don't really know where to adjust the gas system on this one in particular, so I just kind of have it a fairway. Let's see if it decides to cycle. If not, I'll open it up even more. Ooh, Nelly. Looks like we did not cycle properly. Alright, let's see if she decides to cycle this time. Oh my goodness. Well, she decided to cycle. Man, this is a fun little toy. Okay, let's break out some real stuff. I'm curious to see what a 1-ounce slug is going to do to this jug of water. Well, we all know what a 1-ounce slug is going to do to this jug of water, but I want to see it. Alright. Now, I have the gas system as low as it'll go. After looking at it, it doesn't look like it has an actual cutoff. It's just a really, really small setting. And I'm surprised that this... Well, I mean, it is a Magnum round, but I'm still surprised that it cycles with how low that setting is. But here we go. 1-ounce Magnum slug versus our jug of water right here. Go ahead and adjust our camera just a little bit. Just want to make sure that you guys can see me get soaking wet here. Alright, not looking forward to this, but I'm doing it anyway. Let's fire it. Oh my goodness. Whew. My leg's wet now. Okay. Man, that was a good time right there. You know, I just kind of have a few miscellaneous rounds in the bottom of this thing here. And just for fun, let's send some other stuff here. This is literally what I just shot. What else do we have in here? This right here says power piston, 3 1/3/8. This is not a 3-inch cell. What the hell is this thing? It looks like low brass, some kind of shot. Ah, we have something higher right here. This says 3 1/4 on it. There's no way this is 3 1/4. This is 2 3/4 maximum. Let me grab the shell over here to compare it. I'm not sure who stamped these things, but they are in fact not what they say that they are. But this says number 4 shot on it. I don't know if it's actually number 4 shot, but let's send it downrange anyway. I feel like our bowling pin there could use some number 4 in its life. Ah, the slug's taking out of you, dude. Alright, number 4 mystery shell going at our bowling pin there. Let's see if I can take the head off. Well, that had a surprising lack of recoil, and we did not cycle. That wasn't even a low brass shot, but we did not cycle. Oh yeah. Definitely number 4 shot, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to put this in this crater. Hopefully it stays standing in that crater. I got another jug of water here. I'm gonna send some double-aught buck at this, and I want to compare the double-aught buck to the 1-ounce slug. All right, here we go. 2 3/4 double-aught buck. I'm just gonna set it in the water. Let's see how wet I get. Let's see if I get, you know, just a little damp or like 16-year-old schoolgirl on prom night wet. Oh, God. Might not be prom night, but definitely 16. Oh, geez. I should probably back those up next time. Okay, comparing the damage, 2 3/4 double-aught buckshot. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of damage. 1-ounce Magnum Slug. My goodness. I have a great idea. I have 2 of these left. I want to line them up one by one and hit them like simultaneously at the same time with a 1-ounce slug. I feel like that'll be fun. Hold on, I'm thirsty before I go destroying this thing. Okay, let me grab a slug from my box of slugs here. I'm going to put one 1-ounce slug through 2 of those bottles. I would do more, but those are the last of what I have, so it's just gonna have to do. And this will probably be the last 1-ounce slug that I fire from this damn Saiga 12 with a very uncomfortable folding stock. My goodness, I'm not looking forward to this one. But I'm doing it anyway for you guys. What's our gas sitting at? Gas setting is fine. Okay. I'm just gonna do it. I imagine that this will probably get me quite wet as well. Alright, I'm sending it. Oh goodness. I'm sorry, shoulder. Oh, mama! Alright, that's enough slugs for today. Okay, so it looks like the first one, this is our first one. We went like through and through. I mean, a slug carries a lot of energy, but if I had to make a bet, I'd say it probably started tumbling and expanding. And after it starts tumbling and expanding is whenever you get a lot of energy dumping. It looks like the second one received quite a deal of that energy dump. So, alright, now I just got a couple of target loads here that I'm going to go ahead and send through this thing. I do want to point out that, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 here. I want to see how many rounds this magazine holds. Loading these magazines is very different than loading the magazines for an actual rifle or something like that. Whenever I tried loading this thing, I tried loading like I normally would for a rifle and pushing down and pushing the round into the magazine, but I found that didn't work. There's actually a little cutaway where you're supposed to stick the rim of the shotgun shell down, and then you push it back, and it actually goes into a secondary cutaway that allows the round to go down even further. If you don't get the rim in that cutaway, then the round won't lower, so it actually has to be in that little cutaway. I'm not sure if that attributes to the reliability of the Saiga 12, but that's something that exists. Now this area is just low brass, you know, target shot. I'm probably going to have to open up the gas system quite a bit on this thing. Alright, so I got 5 in here. Here's our number 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so the mags, these mags, I could maybe cram 9 in there if I forced it, but they look like 8-round mags. Got something making some noise in there. Alright, here we go. Mag dumping into garbage. Oh boy, what's my gas system on? Alright, gas system is not all the way open, but it's like halfway. I have no idea what setting these are supposed to be on to cycle, but let's see if this cycles. It does cycle, and my god, it is way more pleasurable to shoot than those 1-ounce slugs. Lablushki! Oh boy, that was fun. This target shot. 25 cents a round though, my goodness. Oh boy, my arm. Out of the pain. Aw, I'm out of ammunition. I'm gonna have to go grab more from inside. Well, I think I have delivered unto my shoulder enough 12 gauge damage today. At point of filming right now, I don't know, I've stuck, let's see, that's at least 50, probably more like 70, I'd say somewhere around 75 rounds of 12 gauge shotgun ammo, few of them slugs, few of them double-aught buck, mostly target loads, so not awful, but my goodness, just this hard molded plastic stock. If this was like an AK stock with like a rubber butt pad, I could do this all day, but this is awful. I really don't like the stock on this thing. I love the shotgun, don't get me wrong. I love how reliable it is too. Like, unless I was like limp wristing it or doing something stupid with it, then it cycled very, very well, especially with the adjustable gas system on this thing. Okay. Whew. That was a good time, but now I have quite the mess to clean up. Oh God, I'm not looking forward to having to pick up all these shotgun shells. I actually have a bag right here that I use to carry them out. I'll probably use the bag to carry them back. That sounds like a good plan to me. Hold on, we're not done yet. I have an Atkins book. I'm not planning on doing the Atkins diet anytime soon, but I have the Atkins book. It's been shot a couple of times. Let's make it a few more times. I have just a handful of rounds left over from the compilation that I just filmed. I literally just filmed it. I'm going to put it at the start of the video though. Alright, this is just target loads. That's all I can fire at this point with my shoulder the way that it is. But that should be more than enough to handle a book on the Atkins diet. Oh, goodbye, sweetheart. Oh, that's going to make such a mess. That poor book. I imagine that the person who wrote it had, what am I looking to say here? Had really good intentions. And they probably were not expecting me to show off a Saiga 12 and using their book as a target. That's one durable book. I was expecting paper and whatnot to fly everywhere. All right. Whoever made that book, excellent work. Ah, Jesus. Jesus McCriminy. Oh my God. Alright, yeah. I think I'm done for today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I always appreciate when you guys decide to tag along with me on my various adventures like this. Go ahead and wipe the sweat off this. Oh, it's so much better not having those on. Anyway, same as stands. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel because I do this kind of stuff all the time. If you like the video, do me a favor and actually like the video. That helps out with the algorithm. Description down below has a link to all sorts of stuff, including an email sign-up list. Just a heads up, that's my plan B in case something happens to this channel. That being said, I think I'm going to go film a handgun video because I don't want to do any more shoulder firing today. Oh God, my shoulder's like snapping whenever I move it around. Okay, I'm gonna have to eat me some protein and drink me some milk. I'm gonna go do that before I do anything else. You guys go off, have a fantastic day. I'm done. Video's over. Video's over. Since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. The poor man's Garen. Shame that bolt action shotguns aren't more mainstream.